Okay, good evening and welcome to the Spring 2019 virtual welcome for Lasell College Graduate and Professional Studies. My name is Whitney Kuhnlens and I'm the Director of Student Services here at Lasell College for graduate students. Tonight's webinar should last under an hour, depending on how many questions everybody has. So we've put an hour aside so that you would have the time available, but it should last more like 40 minutes. As I've mentioned, there is a chat bar function. If you have questions, feel free to send them.
I can barely hear you.
Make sure and check them regularly. As I mentioned, please do mute your audio and send me any questions you have in the chat bar. Someone just mentioned they're having a hard time hearing. Is everyone else hearing me okay? If you could just
yes, perfect.
In the chat, that would be really helpful. Okay, great. It sounds like audio is coming through okay, so if you can adjust your volume on your end if it's not loud enough, hopefully that'll fix the problem.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, and everyone, if you could turn your audio off on your end.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, great. So I think we're doing okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation. If you have questions as we go, please go ahead and put them in the chat bar. And can everyone see the PowerPoint okay? All right, so first of all, we have a small gathering tonight, probably because classes have begun and you were all busy and getting started. But for those of us who are here, if you could just type your name and your program and where you are coming from into the chat bar, that would be really helpful. All right, well, whenever you all get a chance, just chat and mention which program you're coming from and where you're coming from. I'll keep moving forward. So a little bit about our community here. I just do want to make sure that you're seeing this share okay. You are. Good. So we have over 440 students currently enrolled in Lasell graduate programs. That is a good size number for us, but for most graduate programs, it's actually a small number, which is fantastic because it really allows us to give you a lot of one-on-one service. Again, if everyone could please mute their audio on your end, I'm getting a lot of
I've never used this app before, so I'm not really sure.
Okay. I apologize for the interruptions. Whenever I get feedback, I try to mute it on my end. So 80% of our students are working professionals, and that means most of you are not only balancing classes, but you're also balancing part-time or full-time work, and many have families. So we recognize that you have a lot of needs outside of your standard classroom time. It's part of the reason why we offer our advising and our student services at all hours and also all virtually, because we want to be able to assist you in the time when you have available time to meet with us. Our age range is wide. It ranges between 22 and 67. So you'll have students in your classes who have just come out of bachelor's programs all the way to people who are well into their careers and very seasoned. We have over 20 states represented, and about 14% of our program population are international students. And as you've noticed by now, all of our programs have an online component. So whether you're taking hybrid courses, partially on ground, or everything online, everybody logs into the same online system, which is Canvas, where you will be submitting assignments, chatting with other students, communicating with faculty, and learning a lot about online education. So goals for this session is I want to tell you about the various programs that we have, the formats that we offer, give you ideas of resources, offices, and services that you can use, whether you're here in the Boston area or if you are studying anywhere else in the country or even outside the country. And then hopefully this will help you ease into graduate student life, whether this is your first graduate degree, second, this should be useful in getting you familiar with Lasell. So this is the office that I sit in and the Graduate Professional Studies team. We have Eric Turner, our Vice President, Adrian Franciosi, our Assistant Vice President. Then on the left-hand column, you'll see our enrollment coaches who you likely have worked with at this point. Candace, Mark, Amanda, and then also Liz Duggan, who just got married. Now she's Liz Milano. And then for our administrative side, it's myself, Whitney Kuhnlins, and then Joanne Cartolaccia. She's our head academic advisor. We have several academic advisors. I take the caseload. Paula Penchuk takes all management students. Liz Hartman takes all education students. And then Joanne gets the majority of the students because that is her for full-time assignment. And then Jody Malloy is our office coordinator who you might hear from for administrative reasons. But we're all here every day, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 to 4:30, and then as needed outside of those hours. Here's a list of our degree programs, which you're obviously familiar with because you've already selected your degree program. And then we also have graduate certificates as well. These are also really important people that you will get to know quite well. They are our program coordinators. If you're in the communication program, Janice Barrett. Criminal justice, Linda Bucci. Education, Liz Hartman. Management, Janet Hoodman. Sport management, Dan Sargent. And rehab science nutrition, Christy Eason. These are really fantastic people to talk to if you have specific questions regarding your curriculum, if you have questions about career paths, and then anything else that relates to your field specifically. If there are any questions at any point, feel free to put them in the chat bar. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. So hopefully now everyone's had a chance to register for classes. They do begin today for spring session 1 and main session. If anyone hasn't heard that terminology yet, main and session 1, these are the different ways in which we offer courses. So our full semester here is 15 weeks. Within those 15 weeks, you can actually take courses in 2 different formats. You can do the 8-week, which would be in session 1 or session 2, or you can do a full semester, so the full 15 weeks. It's really up to your preference and your learning style, also maybe availability if you've got work projects. I think that a lot of people like to take a course in session 1. It's intense, they wrap it up, it's done, and then they do a course in session 2. Some people take a combination, maybe they take 3 courses, they also take one in the main. Whatever works for you and your learning style, we offer them for you. We also have 2-week winter intensive courses that you'll be able to enroll in next January. And those are literally 10 business days long. They're super intense, but you get 3 credits in a short period of time. And then we also offer summer courses as well. So you really have an opportunity to take courses when it fits your professional and personal schedule. Here's the academic schedule for this year. You don't need to memorize it. You're going to be able to get all of the links to where these stay, but just to give you an idea. Oh, there's a typo here. Apologize. I'll point that out. But spring 2019, main and session 1 both started today. The add drop deadline, so that's the day that if you want to add a course or drop a course, you need to do it by this date in order to not have a W on your transcript or incur any expenses. That day is this upcoming Thursday. For spring 2, that begins in March. And you can start your classes then, or you can take a new class at that point. And that add drop deadline, that's incorrect. It would actually be probably March 19th. Here are the summer dates. You'll see that these are shorter sessions. They are a little less time, but you can get them, you can get classes done quickly. And then fall goes back to a regular schedule of 15-week deadlines. Hopefully this image looks a little familiar to all of you. This is the welcome email that you should have received from your enrollment coach. It has all sorts of important information on there, including your user ID for logging in and checking your email, your password, your library barcode for not only checking books out, but also accessing student-based research journals like JSTOR, which are not free to the public, but they are free to you. So if you did not receive an email like this, follow up with me, follow up with your enrollment coach. We want to make sure that you get this information. Okay, next, we have a recommended new student to-do list. This was also in that welcome email. And it goes over changing your password, checking and forwarding your Lasell email, which is especially important if you're like me and you have a preferred email method. I really prefer Outlook, maybe prefer your Yahoo account or your Gmail account. You can forward that easily, but do make sure you're checking your Lasell email. That's where all formal and official university communication will go, and you don't want to miss things. It's how you would register, view your academic plan, all sorts of important things. So I'm just going to take a quick second to show you that to-do list. Okay, so here it is. This is the Welcome New Students page. And here it shows you information on all of those things that I just mentioned. How to change your password, check and forward your email. If you want to access your email on your cell phone, a lot of people prefer the apps. It also gives you information on how to register. I actually just re-filmed and updated all of these videos today because our My Lasell page just changed. It relaunched on Friday. So these are still correct and accurate, just the My Lasell page looks a little different. I'll be putting these onto the website in the next day or so. And then also there is a link here to complete the self-paced online orientation. This is optional. This is just if you want more information on how to access all the resources I'm going to mention today, and if you want tutorials on Canvas, which is the online portal where you will be taking all of your classes. This has step-by-step instructions, and I'll go over that in just a second. Okay, we go back to the PowerPoint. And if there are any questions, feel free just to let me know. Oh, someone just said, what is the Lasell app called? It actually should just be in the App Store. It should just be called My Lasell. There's also a separate one for the online course system called Canvas, C-A-N-V-A-S, and I'll show you those words in a second. Someone's mentioning they're having trouble seeing the PowerPoint. If anyone else is, please let me know, and I'll check my screen share just to make sure that you were able to see that. I just tried resharing the screen. If anyone else is unable to see it, please let me know. It should currently be a picture that says New Student To-Do List. And now I'm clicking to the next slide, My Lasell. So My Lasell says, it has all sorts of different information on here. How to access your email again, self-service, graduate programs tab, course information, academic calendar. It's really our landing page where you're gonna find all information. This is my home page, so when I log in the mornings, I'm going straight to My Lasell. Definitely bookmark it. And as I mentioned, it just was updated on Friday, so we are still kind of orienting ourselves in our office, but I'm gonna show you what our new My Lasell looks like. So again, I'm gonna do a new share in just a second. And please let me know if you are unable to see it. Okay, so now I'm pulling up the new My Lasell page. The old My Lasell page had a ton of information on it, so they really kind of whittled it down to make it a little more user-friendly. This is really where you're going to be going pretty regularly. The quick links section over here on the left, self-service, I'm going to show you in just a second. This will be where you go for all of your registration. But if you're looking for information about us, academics, graduate program, it's where you're going to find more information about GPS, the catalog, and everything here. Go back again. You also, under academics, can find course offerings. So if you want to know what courses are being offered, it will automatically download for you a winter spring list, then it will change every semester. We actually update this course list every single night, so it should be constantly active and visible. Somebody else is saying they can't see the PowerPoint. That's because the PowerPoint's not currently up. Currently, you should be seeing me go through the website, and I'll let you know when I switch over. So hopefully you see My Lasell self-service right now. And so everyone should book My Lasell when you get an opportunity. My Lasell also, by the way, is available in the App Store. So if you like to use your Android or your iPhone or your device, all you have to do is go into the App Store and actually download My Lasell, and then you can use it at home. Let me switch back over to the PowerPoint now. So I'm just going to show you the PowerPoint for a second to show you the next one is the self-service tab. This is embedded within My Lasell, and that's where you register for classes, pay for classes, review your academic plan, you can identify your academic advisor there, view your schedule, and we have tons of tutorial videos on this page and on the online orientation. I know I mentioned to you I just updated those videos today with the new My Lasell page. On the online orientation, they are up and live, and we'll be sending out links to you, and they will hopefully be helpful to help you navigate how to do things. So now I'm going to switch the view back over again, and this time I'm going to show you the website and show you self-service. So through My Lasell, I'll go back to My Lasell so you can see it. Oh, well, now I took this all the way back. Okay, through My Lasell, under Quick Links, Self-Service, this is where you're going to do all of your registration and everything. I'm actually going to log in as a student so that you can see how this would work for you. Okay, so self-service is where sorry to interrupt everybody. It looks like someone's still having a little trouble and I don't have anyone assisting me tonight. So Cindy, it looks like you probably have your screen only showing the videos. If you go to your control bar function, you should be able to see maybe video setting options. You want to be able to look at the presentation screen that I'm sharing. If anyone else is not able to see it, do let me know, but I think it might be just over on your screen, Cindy. If for any reason anyone's having any other trouble, I'm recording this tonight, and I'm going to send it out. So back on the self-service page, assuming everybody else can see this okay, this is where you're able to register for classes, view schedule, find courses. Just to show you a quick example, if you want to register for courses, you literally just go up to the Register tab. You have to click Graduate and Professional Studies. And then this student, I already went ahead and I registered her for a few classes. So in this case, she's got some classes already set up, but you could also do Find Courses. Then you would type in your course you're looking for. I already looked for Management 700 earlier. Spring semester, session, you don't have to choose this if you don't know. Search, and then it's going to give you the courses that are available. When you actually then go to register for them, you just simply click Add, which is really easy and simple. So self-service is where you'll do all sorts of other things too, like looking at your academic plan, and I'll go over that in just 1 second. So I'm going to switch over one more time, go back to the PowerPoint to show you this slide. So academic advising and creating an academic plan. Academic advising I touched on briefly earlier. Everyone in the next 2 weeks will be assigned an academic advisor. And that advisor will be program specific to you and will hopefully follow you throughout your whole time that you're here. Sometimes we change if we have too many students under one advisor because we want to make sure that you all get an even amount of attention and access. But you'll be getting that person soon, and you can reach out to her, we don't have any men right now, and get all sorts of advice for pursuing your program. But if you are someone who likes to be more in charge and would like to be able to know exactly what's coming up in your curriculum at your own fingertips, I recommend that you take the time to look at your academic plan on the self-service site. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So flipping back over again, going back to My Lasell and self-service. So I'm still on that student's page, but I'm going to go home so you can see it from the beginning. And all of these tutorial videos are available for you online. But when you go back home again, like you're just registering in, click on Register, Academic Plan. This thing's awesome. I'm actually fairly new to Lasell. I didn't have this at my previous institution, and I think it's very useful. You'll click on your concentration or your program, and this academic plan is updated in real time. So it's going to tell you as you are registering for classes, completing courses, and let you know where you're at in your program. So up at the top, they're telling you you've got 36 credits remaining because this student here hasn't completed any courses. But it shows you all of her major requirements. So it says here she's got 12 minimum, 12 maximum, none completed, 12 remaining. And these are all the courses that she would have. When she were to click on one of these little microscopes, it actually will show when the course is next being offered. When she completes the class, it'll have a check mark. When the course is registered and in progress, like down here, it'll have a little hourglass. And it's a really great way just to be able to stay on top of where you are in your program. And it's really great to see these credits go down and to see more and more complete and fewer remaining. So keep this in your back pocket, and we will send those tutorial videos to you so that you can look at this anytime you want. And then also, if you have questions at any point, just ask your academic advisor, and we will make sure that you understand what it means. And if anything ever looks wrong to you, let us know. Sometimes computers are wrong. So I'm going to flip back over the presentation again. I wanted to go over some resources for you that are available on campus, and also the functions that they have that are available to students who are 100% online. So we have the Brennan Library. That's our library here on campus in Auburndale. The nice thing about the library is, yes, it's here. We have stacks that you can go through, but everything is available online. The borrowing system is available to you if you live in the Boston vicinity. If not, we have an enormous online catalog where you can actually check out ebooks and scholarly articles. If you need help learning how to actually go through these different databases, which are not necessarily intuitive right away, you can actually make an appointment with our librarians any day of the week. They hold appointments on Saturdays and Sundays, and they also do virtual sessions. So I put the website here for the library, lasell.libguides.com/grad study, and that's a great way to go and get that information and make appointments with them if you would like. The next resource, all I've got is just a picture, Canvas. So Canvas is the online learning portal, which hopefully at this point you've all already logged into. This is where you will be doing all of your coursework. And you can actually log into Canvas a week before your courses begin. So hopefully everyone else is already in there and able to see it. I'm going to show you an example. I'm personally only registered for one course because I'm the administrator for that course. So I'm going to go back. Okay, so hopefully everybody can now see I switched over to Graduate and Professional Studies online orientation. You are all enrolled in this as students, and it will never go away. It will always exist for you because this is where we put all of the new student resources. This is how Canvas looks. You'll have your account information, your dashboard, your courses will be listed, calendar, inbox. You can actually communicate with other students and faculty this way as well as through Lasell. And then you'll find all sorts of things here, your quizzes, collaborations, conferences, all of your information is right here. And if you would like a step-by-step tutorial on how to use Canvas, this is the great place to come, the Graduate and Professional Studies online orientation, because we actually, through modules, give you step-by-step tutorials on how to do it all. How to go through getting your transcript, how to upload your picture, how to do the course discussions and everything. So it's a really great site. And again, when you log into Canvas, you will see this as one of your classes, Graduate and Professional Studies Online Orientation, and it will always be there for you. If there are any questions, just let me know. Okay, I'm going to go back to the presentation again. So the next one, which will be hugely important to all of you if you haven't already used them, I use them almost daily, is IT, information technology. They're available 24/7. So during standard 8:30 to I think 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Hours, they are here live on campus and very helpful. You can email them at helpdesk@Lasell, or you can call them at that number there. If you need help outside of those hours, which we all frequently do, you can also email them or call them at that number, and you'll just be redirected to someone off-site, but it will be a live person that will pick up the phone in real time. Next resource I wanted to mention to you is the Academic Achievement Center. They are here on ground as well, and they do free tutoring, writing assistance, and study groups, and learning solutions. So they're fantastic. They work with graduate students as well as undergraduate students, but they're very specified in understanding of professional needs. If you want to meet with them online or on campus, you can contact them at aac@lasell.edu. And another great resource that our students really love is tutor.com. So all Lasell students get free access to tutor.com, and it actually will give you free individualized tutoring throughout your program for your different subject areas. So keep that in mind if some courses are hard, especially those quantitative research classes. Another great resource that I think is especially important is career development. I'm sure most of you either are hoping to advance in your careers, get promotions, or thinking about the next step. Our office here is really great about helping you identify how to pursue that career or to advance. They will do all sorts of different sessions throughout the year, including networking, salary negotiations, and then of course, mock interviews. So you can set up appointments with them through in-person, phone, or Skype, and same thing, through an appointment they will do off hours for anyone who is working during the day. So any questions right now? I've gone through the majority of the really important resources, and what I'm going to do now is just talk a little bit more about kind of how we're here to help you. In this PowerPoint slide, I just said manage your time and plan for success because, as I mentioned, I know many of you have lots going on. You are likely taking classes and working, balancing families, and it's really hard to find time often to be able to focus on yourself and on class, and I completely relate to that myself. So making sure that you've got a set schedule to manage your time, setting hours out of each day to do your readings, setting alerts on your phone to respond to class discussions, and just making sure that you're on top of it will really keep you on pace and keep you on track. Be active in class. It's important that you're responding to those discussions. Most classes have a participation requirement, so make sure that you are actively involved. Ask for help along the way. We have all of these different resources available to you, and we offer these outside hours purposefully to be available to you when you need us. So just ask. You can start with me. I'm going to give you my email address and phone number at the end, and then you can go to your advisor. You can keep coming back to me. You can go to your faculty, whoever you need to. And of course, most important thing is just keep your goal in mind. Grad school can be daunting, but if you just remember why you signed up for this in the first place, it will really help you get through these next couple of years, and we're here to help as well. So we had a small group tonight. I just want to give one more opportunity for anyone to ask any questions. We went through a little more quickly than I expected. If you want to put anything to the chat bar, I'm happy to help. You can actually message the whole group, or you can message me privately. That's my personal contact information there, wkunlins@lasell.edu. Feel free to email me with any specific questions you have. You guys can call me also. That's my phone number right here in the office. If you'd like a more generic answer, gradprofstudies@lasell.edu is our generic inbox that we all take turns checking. And we do have a short survey if you want to provide any feedback. Tomorrow, I'm also going to email all of you the recording of this presentation, as well as the slides, as well as the link to the survey. And feel free to follow up with me that way as well if you want to ask any directed questions. So I know we had a little bit of technical difficulty. Otherwise, that is actually the extent of the presentation. So if you don't have any questions and you want to go ahead and log off, that's perfectly fine. But for anybody else who does have questions, I'll be here for at least another 10 minutes. So feel free just to ask. We look forward to seeing you, and I hope classes go really well for everybody. Thank you for being part of Lasell.